Hey, it's me, Tammy B, and this is my review for The Haves and Have-Nots. So we're season 4, episode 7, I believe, titled Front Row Seat. So we had a front row seat to all the mayhem. I am so discombobulated, you guys. I so wasn't going to do a review, but the episode was so good to me. I was like, I got to say something. That's vain of me, huh? And it's sprinkling, and it's just a lot going on today. Oh my goodness, my friend texted me this picture or this movie of this Black Panther documentary, and I started watching it. I'm just looking around my job. I was like, I should have not started watching this at work. Like, I just keep, what? Like, all at my desk. I was like, okay, I need to come take a break. I got to try to get back because I'm supposed to meet this guy about some glasses, too. So let me just try to get into it, you guys. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even take notes like I usually do. I have a few things that I actually just found. So I'm going to just try to go off that. So I won't go over everything like I normally do. But let's just kind of talk because it was so good. So, okay, you guys. So Maggie Day. I hate to start a video that I really wasn't going to do on and not being a popular opinion, but I'm just going to go ahead and take my firm stance and let it be out there that I am on David's side. I'm sorry. I don't care what Veronica did. At this point, I am officially Team David. Because I'm a firm believer, like, you can't fix a marriage with someone else in there. And I know Veronica is dirty, but I am here standing by her, David standing by his woman. I have known so many people. We've seen so many movies, but even people in my real life who stay with their man through side kids, through abuse, through drug dealing, through jail. So for this man to stick by his wife, I mean, I know he didn't have sex with old girl now, but the fact that he's still taking up for her, I'm sorry. I'm just here for it, and there's nothing that's gonna change my opinion. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not promoting, hey, do wrong and just, you know, accept or make your boo stay with you. Like, I'm not promoting like for the man to do wrong and the woman stay, or for the woman to do wrong and the man to stay. But I'm sorry, it is so fine to me that David is here for his wife. Like, she's evil, and I know it's a whole bunch of women be like, oh, she don't deserve him, I could do you better. But that same thing happened with women. When our boos go to jail, all of the dudes be like, oh, hey, I could treat you better, you don't need no man in jail, da da da. So I'm like, I done heard it all before. So I'm Team David, standing up for his wife and possibly fixing it. I mean, that's why the divorce rate is so high. People don't want to fix anything. Oh, you mean to the kid, we're getting a divorce. Oh, you cheated one time. Okay, maybe what, 2 or 3? Not that I promote the cheating, but I'm just saying, I'm Team David. So anyway, that's that. And who else was surprised that David had a 6-pack? I was like, oh, come on, David. But making me jealous. I'm like, how he got a 6-pack and I still don't? But okay. So anyway, Maggie all in love and saying, oh, pick me. And David was like, look, you got it twisted. We just had a little session, and that's all it was. I'm not leaving my wife. I still want you to take that thing out the paper, and I just want you to fix it. So, yeah, I gave you what you want, but that's as much as you about to get. And she was like, oh, and just like y'all know I've been watching Black Panther. But just like a woman who don't get her way, oh, well, you can't have it. Like, soon as she tell them no, like, oh, she want to get stank. Oh, you want to get stank now, but now at first you were just laying all on my chest, all spooning or whatever a few seconds ago or whatever. So I just roll my eyes like, privileged woman. Soon as one little single part don't go your way, now you want to say smart stuff or whatever. But in the end of the day, I don't even know why Maggie won't just reveal, like, yeah, I was your campaign manager. I needed to know all the dirt. Y'all had already lied to me about Wyatt. So yeah, I had an investigator following all y'all. So I don't know why she didn't just say it from jump. But now David didn't reveal to her, like, hey, if you had anything with to do with it, we're done. But why? Like, if she found out, like, if you're not done, and like I said, I know I'm talking out both sides of my mouth here, but if you're not done with your wife for doing it, don't be mad at Maggie for finding out. She helped you out. You would have never known. So I don't know why David said he would never talk to her, but I do get to put it in the paper part. Like, Maggie could have found out and just told him or sent him an anonymous email or something. So whatever. So Catherine all in prison. Once again, Veronica had to remind her, boo, this ain't prison. Calm down. Pump your brakes. Next thing you know, what's her name again? Lisa McDowell come and saying, oh, Catherine, you can go. But Jim and them gonna stay. And at first, Catherine tried to have Hood like, oh, what about them? And they was like, hey, do you want to leave or not? So, Catherine said she gonna leave and call the judge. I wasn't here for Lisa McDowell like taunting Jim and Veronica, like, oh, your son gonna testify against you, and hey, do you know Maggie is sleeping with your husband? She the one who came to get him out of jail. I think that was good information for Veronica to know as a wife. But yeah, Lisa McDowell, come on now, stop being so salty, girl. So Jim kind of let Veronica know, like, yeah, I got a hit on you. Your ticket has been bought. And Veronica, I love when I don't love Veronica, but I love when she don't let people like jump over her. I like how she don't like let people make her look dumb, even though she do look dumb. She was like, yeah, well, what make you think your ticket ain't already been purchased? I was like, come on. I hope she do got a hit out on him back, because, well, I don't really, but if he got one on her, I hope she got one back. Like, yeah, I'm a step ahead of you. Yeah, so Catherine called all around the judges, and the judges not here for it. They like, we not getting y'all out of jail. Y'all been out on TV. This case is too dirty, so it's going to play out. So, yeah, ain't none of the judge homies helping Catherine. So, Erica is Candace's homegirl, and Erica, the one who sold Benny the car, she wasn't supposed to take no money, but Benny kind of forced the money on her, so she brought the money back to Candace, like, hey, here's the money. So anyway, Erica and Candace are homies from back in the day, and I guess they do a bunch of crimes together. So Candace was telling Erica, like, hey, she got set up by Oscar, so Erica kind of helped her narrow down who she could have got set up by. And at first she think it's Jim, but then they realized Jim don't like to wait and do stuff all methodical like that, so they tried to think of who it was, and they came up with Landon, y'all, and instantly I was like, no, not Landon, but y'all, I wonder if Landon did have something to do with it. Like, of course, instantly my thought is like, no, they just got the wrong person and Candace really about to blow it for her life. But at the end of the day, maybe this is a little sneak part. Everything been so predictable and we all been wanting some suspense and surprise. Maybe Landon is involved, because Landon is involved with Maggie and David. And, like, I understand when you hanging with your homies and you see a cute guy, yeah, you may pull up his Facebook or you may pull up his Google. So that's what Landon did. But I'm like, you had just met Candace. I know y'all wasn't good Judies that fast. So it did kind of seem like, hey, he was like, hey, look at him. He's rich, yada, yada, yada. So it's a possibility. I kind of think they was barking up the wrong tree. But technically, we don't have no facts saying it was not Landon. So we'll just put it there. Even though we know Oscar and David know each other, I'm just saying we just haven't seen Landon and David talk about it, but it's a possibility. So Quita and the homie from the hood, Q's sister, go stalk out the house, and they see that it's Candace's house. Y'all, of course, that old white lady come right to the door talking about, you can't park here. I'm going to call the police. And I'm sorry, even though Quita, I don't too much care for her, I would have did the same thing. I would have screamed some obscenity out the window at her, like, you don't know me. I'm not even parked. Like, pump your brakes. Like, I would have screamed at her too. But Quita was calm about it. She was like, yeah, let's just roll. We'll come back later. So at least now they know where Q was at. And Quita know her sister. She's like, nah, my brother wouldn't be shacking up in here with her, even though that is his baby mama. So something is up. We gonna find out, So anyway, David show up at the tow yard. Oh, because Maggie gonna say, your wife been cheating on you with the tow yard. And then so David was like, oh, how do you know all that? She tried to lie and say, oh, I could see the steering wheel, da 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 da. But anyway, David put it all together, like, yeah, I know you did the paper and you took me to the tow yard and my car was there, so I'm about to go find out or whatever. And so he showed up. So David showed up, was like, where's Benny? And Benny's homie Mitch was like, he ain't here. Here's his car. So then David called Benny, was like, yeah, I need to talk to you about my wife. I was like, come on, David, trying to find out the information. But in side chick or side boo fashion, Benny was like, yeah, you need to talk to your wife. I ain't got no more to say about it. So So yeah, so then Candace and her homegirl think the social worker is involved too, because Candace remembered, like, it was a social worker was like, hey, you got some money? And then Oscar was like, oh, put your number in here. And right after that, the money was gone. So now Candace thinks the social worker has something to do. And I'm like, oh no, here she go. I'm sorry, I'm so team the biological parent keeping the kids unless they like crazy or in drugs or a rapist or something. So I'm still team Candace keeping the kids, even though she got a bunch of little shady stuff going on. So I was just like, no, Candace is about to ruin, her getting the kid back or whatever. So they invite the lady over there and they just double team her. I mean, I never jumped nobody before, but I don't know. Is that how it goes? I don't know. It was just weird to me. And then the fact that the lady just didn't get up and leave. Like, once old girl kind of sat by me and put her glass around me, I would have got up and left. Well, I would have fought him back, but I'm just saying, if I couldn't fight because of my job, I would have left. Like, even when they was like, like tried to stop her, I don't know. I still would have screamed and tried to fight my way out. But anyway, y'all, they ended up slapping the social worker, dragging her, kicking her, stomping her out, doing all of this stuff. Like, tell me about Oscar, tell me about Oscar. And she like, I don't know nothing about Oscar. And she for real, because she's not involved. The only thing that the social worker did know for sure was like, hey, Catherine Cryer knows a judge. That judge, the one who got my boss and everybody else to sign your kid off to your mother instead of you. So that was one good fact that she found out, because I actually had forgot about that. So that's all she found out. So they about to beat this lady up, y'all, and she don't even know. Yeah. So, and I think that's pretty much it, you guys. Hannah got to the job, and Wyatt was all laid out on top of a hooker. So Hannah was like, yeah, get up and get the hooker out of here. Wyatt didn't pay the hooker. Wyatt, I'm pretty sure the hooker would have accepted the drugs or the jewelry you tried to give the dope man. So the hooker was like, oh, my pimp gonna come back and get you. That sounded like so funny. She was like, wait till my pimp gets back. I was like, that sounds so stupid, but I guess that's how it go down. So Wyatt is butt naked, y'all. I was like, ooh, Wyatt looks hotter and hotter these days. Why didn't like Wyatt when he was trying to be sober, but now that he all doing drugs and putting his parents in jail, I keep thinking he hot. What's that little phrase? People like bad boys or whatever, but I don't like them all like that. I'm just saying. So anyway, Hannah was just like put some clothes on. And then he called Hannah stupid or ignorant or something. She's like, don't call me that no more. And then Wyatt got on her. Hannah, like, you're pathetic. You still work here after you know, or even if you think that I ran over your son. And so Hannah tried to bait him, like, you think I know what? What are you saying that I know? And he was like, you know, you was here that night. And da-da-da-da. So Hannah was like, thank you. I wasn't sure what I knew. And as a matter of fact, I was about to snitch on you. But I was like, I don't want to ruin an innocent person's life since I wasn't 100% sure. So, all right, since you kind of low-key confirming, all right, now I know for sure you are the one who killed that girl and hit my son. So thank you for clearing my conscience. And Wyatt was like, hey, I got immunity, so it don't matter. So, oh, well, it's over. You should get out and get a new job, and I'm about to do me. And Hannah was like, honey, you don't know how my God works. Yeah. Like, you may have immunity from the cops, but one way or another, you gonna get yours. And I'm pretty sure he is. He already got the pimp after him. His little boo Wyatt, Jeffrey mad at him. Oh, now Candace know about Benny? Oh, yeah. You think because you got this $12 million and all that crack that you good to go? No, Wyatt. It's about to be a sad little day. You should have told that little hooker to meet you upstairs just in case that's your last little date. So, yep, I think that's it, you guys. So it was a really good episode to me. I was so surprised that they beat up the social worker. Hannah finally got the little proof that Wyatt was the killer. And just the fact that David and Maggie slept together, I was kind of thought he was going to be done with her or whatever. Oh, and then the judge did tell Catherine, like, oh, by the way, David does not want Veronica to get out, but you didn't hear that from me. But he said he didn't know the reason why, so we don't know. But I don't know. Like, I guess I could understand him not telling Veronica because he is mad at her, but I don't know. I would figure, like, Veronica knows her own strength. So what if while David trying to pull something, Veronica get out and she go home because David didn't tell her? But that's what her ass is. She ain't listening to nothing else he's saying. So if something do happen to her, hey, maybe that'll be a little street justification or whatever. So we'll see. So anyway, you guys, what did you think of the episode? I thought it was really, really good, and hopefully we'll see what's to come next. All right, you guys, you know what's up. Give me the thumbs up on this video. Go ahead and check me out on Twitter at TamiB_, and that's TAMI, the letter B, and the symbol _. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.